Hi, I'm Patrice Woodhouse. I am a registered counsellor and psychotherapist, MBACP certified, offering online and telephone counseling to adults and young people. My approach is person-centered and it's grounded in the belief that healing begins with reconnection to self, mind, body, and soul. And this comes from Carl Rogers' School of Psychology. And it's called person-centered because basically the client has autonomy. The client determines what they bring to the sessions and how much they share, and I work as a facilitator, providing a safe space, a space where there is no judgment, a space where there is empathy and congruence. Sometimes when life feels overwhelming, therapy offers a safe space to reconnect with yourself and restore balance in your life. I know that from personal experience because I have had therapy in the past and it was quite impactful for me personally and quite transformative as well. And I remember feeling, wow, if I was able to offer this to one person, how grateful I would be. And that's what started me on this journey. That was about 11 years ago. So I offer flexible sessions outside working hours so you can prioritize your needs and focus on your well-being. I work with individuals experiencing anxiety, depression, low mood, childhood trauma, low self-esteem, work-related stress, identity issues, including intersectionality. Intersectionality is about how you see yourself in society, depending on your cultural or religious or racial stance, or where you fit in, or sexual orientation. And sometimes we can find it difficult finding our place in this world and finding our people and finding our community and having a sense of belonging. And when we're trying to navigate this, it can become emotionally overwhelming at times, especially in circumstances where we're in communities that are not accepting of who we are, and we might have to suppress ourselves, our personality, our sexuality, our beliefs, and this suppression can affect our mental well-being at times. I also work with grief and loss around death, and also grief and loss around identity in terms of ending of a relationship, loss of a job, and how you cope and navigate with the loss of those important things, those things that align with our identity and how we see ourselves. And one thing that I also can relate to currently is menopause and midlife crisis, which I am personally experiencing myself. So I have a first-hand look into that from my own experience, and I do offer counseling for that life changes as well. My style is warm and empathic and collaborative, and it's tailored to the pace of the client and the goals, depending on what they want out of therapy. Often at the initial appointment, this is one of the things that we cover. Why have you come to therapy? What do you hope to achieve or gain from coming to therapy? And that can help us to set the tone for the therapeutic relationship between the therapist and the client, and set the groundwork for what's to come. A little bit about my experience and qualification. I have a BA Honours degree in education and a PG postgraduate diploma in counseling and psychotherapy, BACP accredited. I have over 4 years clinical experience, including time in our NHS, National Health Service here in the UK. They have an IAP service, and it's a service that's offered throughout the UK within the NHS for anyone who is, having life experiences that they're finding overwhelming, are experiencing anxiety, depression, mood, trauma in their lives, either current or from childhood. As I said in the beginning, my background is in education, working with young children for over 15 years. That allows me to bring a deep understanding of emotional burnout, because as a teacher myself, it is a challenging, as much as I love it, it's a challenging career path. And sometimes we experience burnout. I myself personally, I have personal therapy. And this is something I have to do as a counselor as well. I have to have my supervision every fortnight. It's therapy for the therapist. So I'm constantly in therapy, working on myself, working through issues I'm encountering in my day-to-day life. And it's a really useful tool. And I am really grateful I have the opportunity to access that kind of support throughout my life. I also have insight in the impact of separation, addiction, and family breakdown on both adults and young people. I have volunteered in the past working with children and young people and families and young people affected by trauma, separation, and loss. I did this at Brian Jackson House in Yorkshire, and it's an organization that facilitates supervised vision for families that have been separated due to trauma or domestic violence, and it allows the parents to maintain contact with their children, with the children that they've been separated from. And the visits are supervised, counselling is offered, and other community support is given to them as well. So I've had quite a lot of experience working with families and young people there. Drawing on my experience from working with the NHS as well and volunteering on my own life experience, I feel I can bring a culturally sensitive, inclusive, and trauma-informed approach to my work. A little bit about the sessions I offer in terms of the logistics. I offer 15-minute sessions, and it's via telephone or video. It's online. Teams or Zoom, with both short-term and open-ended therapy, depending on the client's needs. I have a flexible scheduling during the weekends and evenings, and I feel this will allow the client that comes to me to have that flexibility and control. They don't have to worry about taking time off work to attend their sessions. So that's a positive with the type of service I offer and the times that I do offer them. So if anyone is ready to begin this journey towards healing, I am located in the UK, and I am listed on the counselling directory, and it's at counselling-directory.org.uk, and I am listed as Patrice Woodhouse. My base is London, but it's remote, so it doesn't really matter. Everything is done online, the services I offer, so it doesn't really matter where you're located in the UK. You can access my services. For email purposes, rcpsolution@outlook.com. And for telephone contact, it's 077 262 695 26. And if you access me on the Counselling Director website, there is a link to contact me for an initial telephone conversation, and it automatically comes to my email. Thank you.